Hey everybody, it's me, Bonnie, the host of the Grieving Girl Podcast, and today we have the one, the only, Christie McNamara. Woo! She is a repeat guest, obviously. Now I have her on once a season because I force her into therapy with me for 30 minutes. Yeah, forced therapy with your sister to talk about our dead parents. How are you doing today?
It's great.
So I do think that this is actually going to be the first episode of season 4, which we are calling We Listen and We Don't Judge. Yes, a true millennial. We're behind on the trend. It's fine. It's fine, you guys. But I thought that it was very applicable to grief and the way people grieve, the weird stuff we do, the way sometimes you feel judgment for doing those weird things, when at the end of the day, we're all going to do weird shit when it comes to our grief. It actually will also happen to be Mother's Day when this episode drops. So, happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you.
Four, four whole children. That's a lot of kids. Do you have any plans for Mother's Day?
We do not yet. We have a wrestling tournament the day before. So, you know that men plan these things. Wrestling tournament Mother's Day weekend. And then I think I'm going to request everyone's help in planting my garden.
Oh, well, that'll be a nice Mother's Day gift.
Yes.
Less hard labor. What are you gonna plant in your garden this season? Anything different?
We're gonna try more fruit this year. We did a
Oh,
lot of vegetables last year, and everyone was sick of tomatoes and sick of cucumbers by the end of the season. So we're gonna try some baby watermelons, the
oh,
ones, and some cantaloupes, and we're gonna plant some berry bushes. So we'll see what happens.
okay. Well, that'll be interesting to see because you did have a plethora of cucumbers and jalapenos.
I'm just giving them away by the bagful.
Okay, very good. I'm excited to see how the fruit turns out, especially the baby watermelon.
Yes,
I mean, you grow pumpkins, so like,
yes, big pumpkins.
yeah. Um, okay, very good. I love that for you. Is there anything you may do to honor our mother on our Motherless Mother's Day?
Um, I don't know in particularly.
Yeah. Do
I
you remember what you
tried
did last year?
I try to live it as like when I look back at the end.
Mm.
Like sometimes I feel like Mother's Day can get all like you hype it up too much in your brain and you end up disappointed. And I've talked to other moms about this too. Of like you expect everyone to do certain things and then that doesn't happen and moms end up being like feeling crappy by the end of the day.
Yeah.
But so I try to, because my own mom's not here anymore, think about it like when I look back at the end, ha- how would I wanted to spend those days?
Mm.
And so that's why, like, I'm not requesting like brunch and spas. I'm just requesting time with my family
Okay.
because we are so busy and we're all over the place all the time. So to me, looking back at the end, that would be the way I would want to have spent it. So in a way, it's honoring her as well because it's taking the pressure off and just remembering what being a mom really is about and who
Yeah.
it's about. And yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I think that that's important for people to remember because I also think that there is a pressure to like, I don't know, remember your mom on Mother's Day. And for those of us who like we remember our moms every day because they're not here.
right.
Yeah, I think that it could also like really put a cloud on your own Mother's Day if
Yeah,
you
for
have
sure.
children. So, yeah, I like that idea of like just trying to be present for you and your kids and doing it that way. And I think she would obviously love that.
Yeah,
Um, she would probably have come up for the garden planting.
probably.
I've been like, so what are we doing here?
I
Oh
know.
God.
And that's why when we are in the garden, we listen to a lot of Motown music, and I feel like she's there a lot. I don't know why. When I started doing it, started planting last year, I always just there was something about the whole thing that she was like, just do it. Because I
Yeah.
was overwhelming myself with like, oh, how do I plan this? How do I do? And I just kept hearing her being like, just do it, like enjoy it, like
Yeah.
do it.
Probably because
Stop being like me. Because
I was
mom
gonna say,
would have,
because she wouldn't have done it.
yeah,
She would have gotten overwhelmed or been like, this is not right, and gave up on it. So, absolutely. She's probably very impressed. What does your garden sign say? Isn't there something about Motown on your sign?
yes. It says CC's garden. Our vegetables only listen to Motown.
Period. And that's why they're thriving, because they're
Yes.
listening to good music.
Yep.
Yeah, and then also it's just like something very, I don't know, it's like your own Zen garden, except it's got fruits and vegetables. There's like
Yeah.
very,
And we have like a bunch of butterfly bushes in there, and then they all come around in the summer, and butterflies always just kind of remind me of mom as well. So it's just kind of being out there in the quiet and
yeah.
feeling like she's there.
Yeah, it's like a meditative practice in its own
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Um, okay, very good. I will, what will I be doing on Mother's Day? I don't know, say, pretending it doesn't exist. Then that's okay too.
Yeah. That
It's
is
just
okay.
an everyday Sunday.
Right.
Um, yeah, I'll be
I
gearing up
can
to
say
go to
that
Japan.
in the very first, maybe like the first and second Mother's Day that mom was gone, I felt very much like just locking myself in my bedroom.
Yeah.
And I had to, even though Mother's Day should be about the mothers, I was like, I can't do this to my kids. Like,
Mm,
they wanted to celebrate me, and I can't just like lay here in a puddle of tears in my bed. So, I mean, it has obviously, like many things, have gotten a little bit easier as the
mhm.
years are ticking by, which is wild. Um, but for sure, it wasn't like that at
No.
first. No.
I mean, it's still for me. I'm like, oh, good. Here comes the Mother's Day stuff. Like, I went in the other day for a card and I was like, shit. Yeah, I guess it's about to be Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Like, great. Um, but it's a reminder to everyone, do you, boo, on this Motherless Mother's Day. Especially, I mean, I think it's not that it's like easier when you have kids, but there is something to focus your energy on. But if
Yes.
you're like me, you could just lock yourself inside or go for a walk
Yeah.
or meal prep your Mother's Day way.
Yeah.
And it's all but a day, I'm sure I'll just do something. I don't know what I'll do. We'll see. Okay. Very good. So we listen and we don't judge. Now, I recorded Natalie's episode first, so you'll hear it in episode 2 because I'm chaotic. I like to do things out of order and see where they land. So here we go. I've already recorded an episode, but you haven't heard it yet. But I said that I will reveal something weird I do in every episode because I sure as shit have more than 8 weird things that I do. So, do you have anything where you're like, I don't know if like anybody else does that, or like it feels like it could be weird, but you're like, whatever. About I don't know, in ways that you like have hoarded things, kept things, smell things, um, surrounding any of your dead humans. Where you're
Um,
like, don't judge me for this, but I blank.
well, my kids think I'm absolutely batshit because whenever I find a good parking spot, I say, thanks, mom and dad.
That's real though, and mom used to do that.
I always say it, and they're like,
I
what?
always say thanks, Nance. But she used to do that, so I don't know. I think she always used to say that's grandpa.
Yeah. Every time I find like a good parking spot in a very crowded place, I'm like, thanks, mom and dad.
We're thanking our parents for our parking spots.
Yes.
Yes.
I definitely like speak to the sky like when I'm by myself.
Okay.
Like if someone walked in, they'd be like, girl, check it. Because like if something bad's going on, I'll be like, God damn it, you guys. Like, what are you any good for up there?
And we listen and we
Yeah.
don't judge.
Yeah. And the same thing with good things too. I'll be like, did you see that?
I mean, yeah. Makes sense to me. They're up there.
Yeah. So I
Um,
speak to this guy a lot.
okay.
I don't know what else.
You
Real
ain't got nothing real weird.
weird. I don't know. I have gotten over the hoarding thing, I feel like finally.
Okay.
Like I kept everything. Like even like we emptied her spice cabinet and I had like taken some spices and stuff and held on to the empty bottles for a while and now I'm finally like, all right, you gotta give it up here. And I've started to kind of get over that stuff. But that happened for a long time.
What's more weird, keeping the empty spice bottle or not letting it get empty so you can keep it forever?
They're both weird. They're
Because
both
what
weird.
I have done is I'll just let it get to just empty enough for I'm like, I should get a new one so I don't use it because then I have to throw it out. I'm trying to think. I think maybe with this, I mean, I absolutely still have half of her spices. I just don't use them. They're just there.
Yeah.
But I'll use them sometimes. Or it was just like random shit she had that you don't use in every recipe that like, yeah, I still have. And anybody who's listening is like, that's weird. Tell me you don't have spices in your cabinet that are 8 years old that you bought.
Right. Anyway.
Liar. I like some of them are brand new. I remember them being brand new in her cabinet. So actually, they're only 3 and 3/4 years old.
Yeah. I'm sure you bought things that are in there that are older.
So I'll share my really weird thing because I don't actually think that's that weird either. But since we're on the topic of food, Susan will really love that I'm admitting this out loud. So mom went food shopping literally the night before she died,
Yes.
and I still have some of that food in my freezer.
Okay.
And we listen and we don't judge.
Nope, it's not affecting your everyday life. So
It's
I can't, it's who cares?
it's not taking up so much space in my freezer that I like can't put my own things in there. Like, and I couldn't tell you like I'm not eating it. I'm not
Right.
gonna eat it because
Yeah,
it's
please
that
don't eat it.
old. Also, it's like her little. You know how she used to like split up a pack of bacon into like little
Yes.
packets of 3 pieces. It's like that. There's the flounder that she bought is the night before is still in there. I don't even know if it's open. Or I might have opened it and like ate a piece or two of it, like maybe right after. But the
Yeah.
bat, it's still in there.
It's okay.
And you know, one day I'll throw it out, maybe when I move.
Yeah. When you're finally like, okay, I can't keep moving. I'm not moving the flounder.
I can't be moving the meats.
Yeah.
Moving the meats, but I did move the meats twice. That meat has moved
Right, but
twice.
that was like quick. That was like right after it all happened. Like, let's be good, give ourselves a little grace here.
True, it's not like years in between that they've
No,
moved.
no. Then people think you're really nuts.
Yeah, don't eat that. That's my mom's dead meat.
Well, and then along that same like thing of I talked to her that night while she was in the food store,
Right.
and she was going on about how like the Blue Bunny ice creams are like the
Yes.
perfect. So I can't buy the Blue Bunny ice creams anymore. So
Oh
people
yeah.
might think that that's weird, but like that's just like such a trigger for me
Yeah.
because it's literally the last conversation we had. Like
Yeah.
the last hearing her voice for the last time, that is what she was talking about to me.
The Blue Bunny ice creams.
The Blue Bunny ice creams. And so like that is like I can't pass Blue Bunny in the supermarket without being like, here's your daily flashback, like
Yeah.
of trauma. It's just
Yeah.
so people might be like, all right, well get over it already, but there's
No.
parts of that I'll never get over.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have plenty of things I will not eat.
Yeah.
Like tasty cakes. I haven't had a peanut butter chocolate candy cake since she died. Reese cups since she died. Hot spicy Cheez-Its because she stole two of mine and then went to bed. Nope.
Yeah.
The hot sauce goldfish because she bought me my own bag right before. Oh no, there's plenty I will not eat.
Yeah.
No, no. I'm probably that way than like leaning into it. Like I find comfort in the Blue Bunny ice cream. No.
No, not yet. Maybe one day. I don't know. I can't
Yeah.
say. But yeah, it's definitely not yet.
Maybe someone else, another brand will come out with the perfect size ice cream cone.
There's other brands that make it.
Okay, good.
Believe me.
Yeah. I'm like, well,
She was
see,
right. It is the perfect amount of ice
right.
cream.
She was correct. It was like 3 or 4 bites and then you were done.
Yeah.
But we just can't be doing the Blue Bunny. Also, Blue Bunny is such like that's a weird brand.
Yeah.
It's not
I
like we
think
grew
they
up
did.
on Blue Bunny.
No, I think they just did it first. The teeny tiny.
Yeah. Um, yes. We listen and we don't judge. That's like weird shit that I definitely have done. Hoarded frozen meats and spices. I mean, I got more. Again, I'm gonna reveal something weird every episode. Which is really just to show everyone that, like, one, I might be hoarding all of the weird traits and weird things that grievers do, but also, like, we're all doing weird shit.
Yeah.
And it's okay because, like, that's grief. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know what in the brain says, like, you know, spraying cologne and, like, smelling it. I don't know. It's like a memory thing, uh, like, smelling their smells,
Yeah.
you
I have
know?
a lot more like smell triggers when it comes to dad.
Yeah.
Like grass and motor oil and like
Yeah.
a lot of things that are coming up right now, like springtime smells are I relate a lot to him.
Absolutely. Like you smell like the lawnmower, the oil, and the grass and the mulch. I
Yeah.
literally was walking. I mean, I live in Philadelphia. There's no mulch anywhere. And I just happened to be walking in front of Jefferson Hospital, which I was like, well, shit. Maybe he's here right now. I don't know. Because I was walking right past the hospital and I got this whiff of mulch. And I was like, what? And then they were just like doing all the landscaping. And I was like, that is my dad. Like the mulch and the oil.
Yeah. The gasoline, like just the stuff of like
Yeah.
getting ready to do the lawn and that kind of stuff. Definitely
Yeah.
have a lot more of that with him.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so I'm just curious. I can't wait to find out what other weird shit people are doing. Maybe it'll make me feel less weird, or maybe it'll make me feel like, oh, I might be the weirdest one.
And I also think that like a lot of that comes with time too. It's like you might think 3.5 years is long. It's not in the grand scheme of life. And like it still definitely feels like it was yesterday. So, those things might fall off in time. Like,
Yeah. I actually wonder if there's like a some sort of delayed processing also with the traumatic of it all.
yeah,
Like, if she was sick and we had time to, I don't know, mull certain things over or like do certain things with her at the end of, I don't know, like the traumatic, I think was just like a
yeah,
frozen for 9 months before you're like, oh shit.
I think about that a lot. Like, but then is it like you're getting ready with someone for them to cross over to like pass
Right.
away, and like there's so much more time for conversations and like preparations, and like to me, maybe in part of that is because we've had two very sudden traumatic losses of our parents. To
Hmm.
me, that almost seems traumatic to me
Absolutely. In
because
its
I'm
own
like,
way, absolutely traumatic.
how do you have those conversations? How would you ever like start to feel okay about it? How would you wrap your brain around it? And I'm sure people think that about us too, that anybody that actually knows anything. Um People probably look at us and be like, "Oh my god, that's horrific," and I don't know how they deal with it.
Yeah.
But I don't know
No,
because we've
I'm
never
just
had that. I don't know how that would feel either.
No, I agree. It's traumatic in its own way because you're like, oh, you're helping someone die, or you're trying to make someone feel better about dying, but you're like have to stay. I don't know. Absolutely traumatic in its own way.
Yeah.
But I just wonder if there's like a processing uh thing that comes with it. I just wish we had like
Sure.
more research on the brain and grief.
Yeah.
Like I'm like there's talk of it like on the internet or like the body keeps the score and the this and the that, but I'm just like no, but I want to know active brain, like what changes in the brain, like what besides just telling people, oh, grief brain, grief fog, that's real. I'm like, okay, but like what else?
Yeah.
Because I feel like Frozen. I was frozen, which I guess
I
like is
feel
that
frozen sometimes.
functional freeze? Yeah, I mean absolutely still frozen. Now I feel like freezing is like the computer system has slowed down overall. It had a virus called grief, and now every 6 months you gotta restart the computer because
Yeah.
the wheelie spin of death is showing up in my brain. Um, yeah, interesting. All very curious. I actually have plans to have someone on who is a training to be a death doula. So I'll be curious to see all what she has to say about all of that, anticipatory kind of knowing it's coming, processing and
Yeah.
grief. Um, when we chat. But all right, everybody. Well, I feel like again, these are going to be shorter episodes. Which I'm kind of here for. I just, doesn't always have to be really, really sad. Um, Sometimes you can experience both things, which is I'm really, really sad, and I can acknowledge that some of the shit I'm doing is really weird.
Yeah.
And make you laugh at yourself because you're like, that is crazy, actually.
Yep. And then I laugh at myself and I say I'm becoming my mother
But yeah.
because she used to laugh at herself all the time. So it's okay.
And you know who also did? Our grandmother. Because,
Yes.
again, life really is short. So,
Yep.
so you can laugh at yourself and the weird shit you do. Anyway, you
Yep.
know, I have so many weird things that I could be sharing with you right now that I got to hold on to them so I can
Spread
reveal
it out.
them episode by episode, or you'll know everything about me all in 20 minutes. Um, But for anybody who's listening on this Mother's Day, who may be feeling the Mother's Day blues, we are with you. And, one foot in front of the other. And the day will be done, and a new one will begin tomorrow.
And then Father's Day.
And then, right. And then happy birthday to me. Happy Father's Day to us.
Yes.
Woo-hoo. Yeah, well, I don't know why they're so compacted.
All right, we get it all over with.
Yeah, can we just make it Parents' Weekend? I don't know.
Oh, well.
Whatever. But yeah, for anybody who's feeling those blues, just know, yeah, it sucks. And if you've got kids, happy Mother's Day. For those who are experiencing any feelings around Mother's Day, you are valid. And yeah, I think that's it, you guys. So stay tuned. Bi-weekly releases. Not sure how many episodes yet, but if you've got some weird shit that you do and you want to share, just DM me and we'll start sharing weird shit about grief. So, all right, everybody. Bye.